can start this press conference. Glory of God. Thank you. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, National Public Secretary. Good afternoon, our people. But let me say at this juncture that we have in our midst, apart from members of the National Committee that have organized this press conference, we have in our midst our distinguished Senator Kano Samaila. You're welcome, sir. We have members of the House of Representatives in our midst today. The essence of their coming is to show that we have one house and we are united in this struggle. Once again, distinguished Senator Kano Samaila, you're welcome, sir. Our honorables, we are proud of you. It's our pleasure to have you in our midst today. You're welcome. This is the text of a speech by the National Working Committee of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, on Wednesday, November 22, 2023 at the Sheraton Hotel, Abuja. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we have invited you here today as a matter of urgency to brief you on the latest development in our quest to get justice and retrieve the mandate freely and willingly given to our candidates in the March 18, 2023 governorship election in Kano State, Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf, as announced by the electoral umpire, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The announcement by INEC prompted the All Progressive Congress, APC, but please note this, without their candidate, to go to the tribunal to challenge Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf's victory, and the tribunal on the 28th of September 2023 delivered its ruling and gave victory to the APC candidate, who was not a party in the case. The People's Governor, Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf, promptly proceeded to the appeal court, and three justices, Honorable Justice Moore Asemo Abraham Adumian, JCA, Honorable Justice Bitrus Garazama Sanga, JCA, and Honorable Justice Latif Adebayo Ganiyu, JCA, had the matter and delivered the judgment in the appeal number CA/KN/EP/Gov/CAN/34 November 17, 2023. All efforts to get the certified true copies, that's CTC, of the judgment for our legal team up till yesterday, Tuesday, November 21, 2023, to prepare our processes for the appeal proved abortive. And this prompted the alarm we raised up to yesterday morning because time was running out on us. We all know that the appeal must be filed within 14 days. Now, we wish to inform the world that we were finally able to collect the CTC yesterday afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, to our greatest surprise, the CTC showed that the judgment delivered by Honorable Justice Moore Asemo Abraham Adume, JCA, and concurred to by Honorable Justice Bitrus Garazama, JCA, and Honorable Justice Latif Adebayo Ganiyu, JCA, is actually in favor of our candidate, the Governor of Kano State, Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf. The speech we are giving to the pressmen, we have attached the page where this thing was clearly and boldly written and signed by the presiding judge and the registrar. At page 67 of the extant judgment, in his conclusive findings, held inter alia. One, this is the submission of the justice who read the judgment. In the circumstances, I resolve all the issues in favor of the appellant. And who is the appellant in this case? Engineer Yusuf Abakabir. And the judgment went further that the judgment of the tribunal in petition number EPT/KN/gov/01/2/2023 between the All Progressive Congress APC versus INEC and two others, delivered on the 28th day of September 2023, is hereby set aside. That is the Court of Appeal in their conclusive finding. The judgment went further. The sum of 1 million naira only is hereby awarded at courts in favor of the appellant. And who is the appellant in this case? Our Governor, Engineer Abakabir Yusuf, and against the first respondent, which is APC. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, this is the complex situation we are as a political party, and our candidates have found ourselves. If at the point of delivering the judgment, there was a pronouncement that our appeal failed, but the CTC of the same judgment, in its conclusive findings, actually resolved all the issues in our favor, and even awarded costs in our favor against the APC, this definitely is a riddle. We are an interested party. We own the platform on which Engineer Abakabir Yusuf ran for the election and was declared the winner. We are therefore calling on the National Judicial Council, NJC, to without delay commence investigation to unravel what happened in this matter. Also, we are calling on eminent members of the bench, both retired and serving, and the bar, to be interested in what happened, that we have the kind of scenario presented in the CTC of the judgment of the Court of Appeal. In addition, we call on leaders, elders, and other major stakeholders in the Nigerian project, including the media, to step into this matter to avert the danger this type of signal from the judiciary portends for our democracy in particular and our country in general. From the scenario presented by the judgment above, it is crystal clear that something is wrong somewhere, and the onus is on all of us as Nigerians to unearth the riddle. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, for emphasis, this is not just a mistake that can merely be corrected by the Court of Appeal, as it does not fall within the ambit of the slip rule, where a court can record the document and correct an error. Such errors must be so obvious that their correction cannot generate any controversy regarding the judgment or decision of the court. By the same token, such errors must be of such nature that their correction will not change the substance of the judgment or alter the clear intention of the court. It is clear to us that the only conclusion that can be drawn from this judicial debacle is that the average reasonable person can only conclude that the Court of Appeal changed the judgment after they had concluded deliberations on the matter, and then mistakenly left the original conclusion during the cutting and pasting process. Whilst our legal team proceeds to lodge our appeal with the Supreme Court, we once again call for a thorough investigation of this debacle by the National Judicial Council, and if need be, for the appointment by the NJC of an independent investigator to carry out the task. However, our faith in judiciary remains unshaken. We cannot conclude this speech without using this opportunity to make some clarifications, especially on the issue of membership of Engineer Abakabir Yusuf for record purposes. Engineer Abakabir Yusuf is a genuine bona fide member of our great party, the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP. He registered in his Diso Chiranchi ward in the Gwale local government area of Kano State. He took part in all the processes, e.g., screening in May 2022, leading to the primaries in June 2022, where he emerged as the candidate of NNPP, a process monitored by officials of INEC and security agencies. You will agree with me that the process of the emergence of any candidate of a political party is guided by the guidelines of INEC and the Constitution. And the section 82 says, even if you are holding your primaries and INEC is not there, you are just doing a social gathering. INEC in their record registered that they witnessed the primary that produced Engineer Kabiru Abba Yusuf as our governorship candidate. And again, after this, before last election, what we were doing when you are submitting the names of your candidates or your particulars is you carry your hard copy, voluminous, to go to INEC. But because INEC wanted to take advantage of ICT, what they did in that election was to create a portal where a political party, when you want to submit the names of your candidates, you have the code, you open the portal, you log in, and then the portal now directs you as to what to do. And when you are submitting the name or the particulars of your candidate, the INEC portal is so configured that there are certain questions it will ask from you. One, the person you are submitting his name or his particulars, did he purchase a nomination form? Does he have an expression of interest form? Once these questions are answered, he then requests for the membership card and membership number of the candidate. All these things will be logged in. It is only then the portal will now tell you that your submission has succeeded. And that is exactly what happened in the case of Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf and all of our candidates that took part in the last election. So does it not sound strange that somebody will tell us that a person who went through all these processes, and that at the time of doing the election, you said he is not a member of the candidate? That is interesting. Yes, just for further clarification, the people's governor of Kano State, Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf, registered in his ward, like I said, on the 29th of March 2023. And I repeat, on the 29th of March 2023. Because, they say all politics is local. So when you want to join a political party, you go to your ward. 2022, sorry. 27th March 2022. You have to go to your ward where you register. And then your membership card will be signed by the chairman of that ward. So that if anytime you want to leave the party, you also have to go to that ward to go and sign. And that was exactly what Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf did on the 29th of March 2022 when he registered in his ward, Diso Chiranchi ward. And this was why, and let me say something again, before you can be allowed to go for primaries in our party, we set aside a day for screening, when you will appear before a screening committee made up of eminent members of the party. And there are certain documents you must bring before the committee. This includes your nomination form, just everything that INEC will ask. Your nomination form, your membership card is number one. If you don't have it, we made a provision for appeal after screening, so that if there's any member of the party that thinks this guy that came for screening yesterday and you people want to pass him, there are some clumsy areas that we need to clear, you have to come the following day to raise issues. And like we told you, our governor registered in his ward and he presented his card when he came for the screening. He registered on the 29th of March 2022. So the issue now is and don't forget, after the INEC, you have submitted everything, INEC will publish what they call the first list, tentative, so that if publishing the name, anybody has any issue about any candidate, you lodge your complaint with INEC. That this person, you have published his name, there is a comma in his document. If nothing of that or such happened, INEC will now publish about 2 months later what they call the final list of the candidate, and engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf passed through all these procedures. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the ball is now in our court. When you have a judgment that says something different, and then you have a CTC that is saying something different, I think it's a cause for serious concern among Nigerians. It is for these reasons we have invited you here, because there's the need for concerted effort to save our democracy. A democracy where the institutions of government are being compromised, then there's a problem. So like I said, he registered in March 2022. That is over a year ago. Ladies and gentlemen, we really appreciate you for listening to us. We are open to questions and we welcome any questions you want to ask. Thank you and God bless you out. But by Monday afternoon, the party knew there was a problem. Because 4 days after the judgment was presented, nobody was willing to give us the CTC at the Court of Appeal. Then we became agitated. That was why since Monday night till yesterday afternoon, we were on our toes, informing Nigerians that we are facing problems. And let me tell you one thing, maybe there is a need for us to go into a little bit of history. Immediately after the tribunal gave its ruling in the first case, Kano, it became apparent that NNPP was going to go to the appeal at this point, that there was no way we could go into appeal without obtaining the CTC of the tribunal judgment. So we got it, and that was why we were able to go to appeal. Now, while we were in the process of preparing our appeal, INEC headquarters was preparing, because INEC was part of the matter, so they were preparing their appeal. Only for one man in Kano, an INEC official, to start flying the kite that INEC had withdrawn, INEC was not going to go into appeal. The whole Nigeria, we were surprised, and everybody was saying, what kind of this? What kind of thing is this? Until reason prevailed, and the INEC headquarters said, no, that guy did not receive authorization before he issued that statement. But the question you ask yourself is, has anything happened to the guy who embarrassed INEC to that extent? The answer is left to Nigerians to determine. That was there to let you know the confusion and controversy that was created. There are certain things we cannot see on air concerning that issue that happened in Kano. Now, fast forward to the current Court of Appeal. As at Tuesday morning, many of our members had to go on television, radio, to go and raise alarm that we have only 14 days within which to appeal. And 4 days had gone CTC copy, which was ready as a Friday by virtue of what they said they read. So what is the big deal in giving CTC? So we cried out. Thank God they were able to give us the CTC. Now, to the person who asked the question, that how sure are we? Because if you obtain a document at the Court of Appeal given to our lawyers, then if you cannot trust a document, I think that's a problem. But the document was obtained from the Court of Appeal, duly signed and stamped. So that one takes care of that. So on the issue of the Court of the tribunal, which I have answered, we got the CTC from tribunal. That was why we were able to go to appeal. The advice we are going to do, that's why I said in the body of the speech that our lawyers and the legal team are already working on the issue of appeal. Because there's the need for whatever happens, there's the need for a higher court to remove this cloud of uncertainty, whether you like it or not because of today, but because of tomorrow and the development of jurisprudence in Nigeria. So the point is, we are going to appeal just for the higher court to clear this cloud. What is happening? But our worry is that when you have such a situation where what was read is different from what was given to us and signed by those people who read it, it should cause for serious concern. It is not a matter of NNPP. It's a matter of institutions. We are talking about developing our democracy. Democracy will not develop, it will not grow if we don't have strong institutions. And what are the institutions we need to grow our democracy? You need the National Assembly, the legislature. More often than not, you need the judiciary. And if there are any cloud or shade of uncertainty surrounding any of these institutions, especially the judiciary, then our democracy is destined for serious problem. That is the problem. We got all those documents from the court. We got the tribunal, the CTC before we went to the appeal, and then we are so sure that the documents emanated from the right source. And that's why I say finally, based on the question you asked, that our lawyers are studying it, but definitely we must go on appeal because we have only 14 days. 5 days have gone already, if not even, yes, 5 days have gone already, but we are sure that we have a team of lawyers that are equal to the task.
Thank you.
Yes.